Well, hi everybody. My name is Tony Grillo. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. Right over there is DJ, and we just finished driving. We are at a rest stop in Indiana, and I'm I'm going to do a quick video here, and then I gotta do a post trip on my truck inspection. Just make sure everything's okay, and DJ can't wait to get his walk, which that's what we're gonna do. I'll flip it over. You just there's not much. You got you got like a couple trucks there, and you got this place is full. And we're on Highway 90. See, the sun's about ready to set, and I don't really like the spot where I'm parked, but they're running out of room here, and there's really nowhere to park. We're really close to the we're off a 80-90 toll road, and we're really close to the Ohio border, and this is the last toll plaza stop, and then I have 70 miles to drive to get to my location. I talked about Picard season 1 yesterday, and how much I really enjoyed it, and I've been going into season 2. I did go back and I listened to what I had to say about season 1, and I realized I forgot a couple things. I forgot about the synth, their terrorist attack on planet Mars, and it was important to note that apparently during Picard's investigation, the Romulans, the Tal Shiar, actually orchestrated that. They infiltrated somehow the Siths on Mars, and then they were able to program them to initiate the attack. So it was actually the Romulans, and this is why there are bad Romulans and good Romulans, and but you got these bad Romulans running around messing everything up, and so they were the ones that programmed a couple of the synths, or one of the synths, or whatever, to commit that terrorist attack and blow up the whole Mars base and pretty much kill everybody on that Mars outpost. And that's why synths were outlawed in the Federation, and that's exactly what the Romulans wanted. That was what the Tal Shiar was trying to do. They were trying to achieve that goal of outlawing all synths because of their Armageddon beliefs, that it would be the Siths that would summon a destroyer that would destroy everybody in the galaxy. And another thing that I noticed too, and I didn't bring it up, I'll mention it here in another video. Hold on. So one other final thing I want to say, and now that I'm working my way through season 2, I happen to make one observation here where I thought it was interesting to see that Q is losing his powers, and Picard noticed it kind of like I don't know, when they met, he noticed that something wasn't totally right with Q, and then in one of the episodes, right at the very end, Q tries to snap his fingers and nothing happens. And so what I find interesting, usually, whenever Q shows up in Star Trek, especially with Picard, he's like trying to, the very first time he showed up was Encounter at Farpoint. He put humanity on trial, because he felt humans were violent and they didn't deserve to be in space. And another time he sent humanity out to meet the Borg because he wanted to show them, you have no idea what's out there. and you have no idea how to deal with the dangers that are out there. You have no clue what's going on. And so it was Q that introduced the Borg. It brought the Borg into awareness to the Federation. And then in the final episode, what was really cool about that one was when you had the three Picards. I think it was All Good Things Must Come to an End, and you had three different ships, Enterprises, with three different Picards from different timelines, all working together to stop this destruction. And what was really cool about that, it was like it was like something that was eating up the entire universe, but the way it worked, it traveled backwards in time, and so it was destroying the entire human race. And so the old Picard, who wasn't a captain anymore, when he encounters it, this thing is huge and it can't be destroyed. But the other two Picards, it was still manageable to destroy in their timelines, but they didn't know anything about it. They didn't know the thing even existed. Like it didn't even exist in the young Picard, the Farpoint Picard. And then in the middle-aged Picard, you could see it, barely noticed it was there. And with the three Enterprises working together, they were able to destroy whatever that space anomaly thing was, and they were able to correct the timeline, and it was a happy ending, which was great. And so at that time, Q actually helped Picard save humanity, but he didn't tell him. He always makes Picard try to figure it out, because he figures, if humanity, if they're not smart enough to figure it out, how to survive, he'll give them clues, he'll show them some things, but if they can't figure it out after he's showed them and given them clues, then they don't deserve to live. And so Picard's been very fortunate that he has a talented crew. He's been able to figure all that out. But now what's interesting in this series, and this is what I'm loving about the writers here, it appears to me that Q now needs Picard to save him, and that's what I'm loving about season 2. I'm only a couple episodes into season 2, so please, you Star Trek fans out there that have gone through and seen season 2, don't spoil anything for me in the comments, because I haven't gotten through season 2 yet, and I still have season 3 to look forward to. And I heard season 3 is just fantastic. I mean, now I heard season 3 had really great reviews, so I am looking really forward to season 3. I got to get through season 2 so then I can get into season 3. And I can't wait to see everybody again, because I understand that Geordi is back, and Worf is back, and Crusher is back. I'm hoping that, God, I would love to see Wesley. I don't know if Wesley's if he's back or not. That would be really cool to see him if they bring him back. I don't know, but it would be really awesome to see some of these other characters. And I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, and don't tell me if it is or not, but I also heard maybe Data might be coming back. I don't know. So, I mean, we saw, that was another thing I didn't mention in season 1. I didn't mention the fact that Brent Spiner did appear in season 1. He like real briefly, he appeared as Data in a dream, and this was another thing I forgot to mention too, like at the last episode, because Picard actually dies in the final episode of season 1. He dies, and I'm like, what the hell kind of ending to season 1 is? There's a season 2. What the heck's going on? And then I remembered that Brent Spiner's character, it was funny when he said, I am what Data would look like if he went soft and got old. And that was, I love that. That was a great line. Because we know Data's an android, and he's gonna stay skinny and and solid all the time. But Brent Spiner does appear in the season, and apparently he had created a body, and all it needed was a brain, like brain waves or brain something, a human brain to program into the body. And so what they did was they took, because Picard's body was falling apart and his brain wasn't working and he was dying. He was actually dying. There was no cure for him. They were able to transfer his brain. However they did it, I don't know, but they were able to transfer it into a new body, like a robot body, android body. And now Picard is like, they could have programmed him to live 200, 300, 400, 500 years. I mean, if they wanted to, and he could be super strong and like a Superman. But they didn't do that. Apparently, they programmed his body to be like it would normally be at his age. But at least he has his full faculties again. He has his full brain again. And that's what made the ending of season 1 so awesome too, is that when we saw Picard at the very end, he is strong. He's strong again. He is his kick-ass self. And he may be an old man, but the guy kick ass, and he stopped the destroyer, and basically he lifted the ban on synths, and he and he's back in Starfleet as an admiral. So and now he's trying to right the wrongs of the past. Apparently, this is a world, and this is what's great about season 2 also. Is, Picard has to right the wrongs. Something happens in a timeline where something gets screwed up, and now he has to go back, and I don't know exactly how it got screwed up. I know that Picard set the auto-destruct when the Borg Queen was trying to take over their ship, and they destroyed everything, and then it screwed up the timeline somehow. And so it was really going to be interesting. The Borg Queen is also on that ship with Picard and with his crew while they go back to the past, and they need her to help them complete their mission. So there's some really interesting things going on there. So I don't know if Q needs Picard to save him. I don't know if they need the Borg Queen to help them complete their mission. This seems like this alternate timeline. It's where the humans run the entire galaxy, and maybe there is no Borg, and maybe there's no Q, and maybe there's no, other things that are going on. Maybe that's why Q lost his powers, because there's no such thing as a Q in this altered timeline, and so that's why he don't have his powers. So there's my dog DJ. He's barking at somebody over there. Aren't you, DJ? You barking? Yeah, you want to go outside. We're going to go outside a little bit. All right, so that's all I got for everybody. Oh, hey, I really enjoyed the young Guinan, and that was really cute where her bar was on the streets that crossed 10th Avenue and Forward Street or something like that, 10 Forward. That was awesome. Right, I had to hand it to the writers. That was great. I loved it when I saw that. When Picard chuckled when he saw it, and then we get to meet a young Guinan, and she does not know who Picard is yet. And the actress that played her is so wonderful. Does a great job. All right, well, I'm gonna probably watch one episode tonight before I go to bed, and hopefully I will get through season 2. Probably sometime this week or over the weekend, and then I'll talk some more about it, and then we get to season 3. And I heard because season 3 was so awesome, they're going to come out with a season 4, and this is really awesome. This is really great. And now I've been hearing some things on YouTube, and I have no idea, but I don't know if they're going to bring Kirk back, which that would be really something if they did that, if they brought Kirk back into that world. Wow, that's all I could say. Now you got Picard and Kirk together in that. Oh, holy cow! That would be fun. That would be fun to see. So maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Anyways, in the comments, please don't spoil anything for me because I have not finished season 2 and I haven't even gotten to season 3. So don't, I just beg of you not to do that. I want to enjoy this, and then I will comment some more on when I finish. Okay, everybody, I'm out of here. Wisconsin hugs. Live long and prosper. Adios.